government, they want to tax, like a carbon tax in Europe now, right now. January next year, airlines pay carbon tax to the European Commission, and many are protesting because they think airlines are rich. But the issue is, if you look at IATA's figures, cumulatively, the airline industry has lost over $40–50 billion in World War II. 40 to 50 billion dollars have been lost by the industry as a whole globally. If you look at the recent performance, the profits saved for last year are less than 1%. Last year went to 1.5%. Otherwise, less than 1%. Why have an airline? I mentioned historically because the government owned airlines, and many of them became privatized to improve efficiency. But the industry remains a bankrupt industry. The industry performance is pathetic. Less than 1% profit margin. Consequently, a goal that is so clear like that forces our commercial people, marketing leaders in the market to make sure you do not undersell or price yourself too low. I can share with you an episode. One day, a marketing manager in Pakistan sold his, gave a fare with lower than PIA. Can you imagine SI offering a fare in the market lower than the PIA in that Singapore currency sector? Immediately there was a complaint. Somebody said, why are you doing this? You know, PIA service is lousy, no match. Why are you having a lower fare? The moment head office comes, the manager was recalled. Because we empower, allow freedom, but this is committing suicide because you're not following that. At certain prices, it's commercially just not viable. So every marketing person in the field, his job is to focus on yield management. Today there are very complex yield management tools to make sure that you push the prices and what the market can bear. Because we need all that money to be able to reinvest in new aeroplanes, to be able to invest in new technology, in-flight service, good quality wine, good quality service. Right? Build hangars. SI has got 6 hangars. Each hangar is for $200 million. Each aeroplane today is $350–400 million. Where are you going to get the money if you don't have enough reinvestment? So that's where that goal is very, very useful. And the next one, of course, is your human resources to practice company-wide that attract, develop, motivate, and retain employees to contribute to the company. We are proud to say that in today, if you ask an average Singaporean, which company you would like to work for? And I'm sure many of you have the same inclination. You will say, first-class employer, very good training ground. I can tell you, hell of a tough competitive place. It is very tough. And many don't make it. It's just tough. If you think you can work 8 to 5, you'll be taken. And management sets the example. We all work hard. Because in the global industry, there are numerous challenges all over the world. And getting worse. The industry is getting more competitive. But that said, those of you who thrive on action, those who thrive on challenges, this is the place to work. And finally, productivity. Every asset that we have, whether financial assets, whether they are hangars, assets, physical assets, or aeroplanes, the trick is to maximize the use. In the airline industry, an aeroplane on the ground hurts. You can't make money. You push it, squeeze as much utilization hours. An average SI747 is in the air for 15.5 to 16 hours, one of the highest utilization rates in the world. For low-cost carriers to make money, they can drop the fare like Tony Fernandez will say, okay, I give you $10 fare, but that's misleading, $10 fare for 2 seats, the rest is bumps up. Okay? He has to fly that small aeroplane at least 8 to 9 hours minimum a day. And make sure you get very high load factors. So that combination, high utilized, high load factors, you can afford to start. And that means you must have a route structure that is less than 4 hours so you can go up and down. Okay, next. Okay, let's just share with you some of the philosophy. Now, these are Mr. Pillai's own thoughts when, as the chairman, he got his management team and they sat through based on the experience as the airline was evolving and growing. What are the kind of values that we should capture and institutionalize, right, and start propagating to all people in induction courses and so on. So and I take this from leadership perspective, we are not authoritarian, autocratic, or paternalistic. It's very interesting. It shows to express it that way. That gives you a clue the leadership culture is encouraged. Because we want freedom, we want innovation. You cannot have innovation, ladies and gentlemen, in an autocratic culture. No way. So you will say, yes sir, 3 back school until the next week. Despite SI group size, we strive to create the smallest possible unit to carry out required tasks. Again, as all the division grew, Mr. Pillay said there were 2 big divisions. He chopped them subsidiary. So SAS was created, SI Engineering Company was created, Silcare was created. From division, cost centers to profit centers to SBUs. You don't now think business strategy and run your own shop. And you get rewarded or otherwise depending on your performance. Number 3, delegation authority down the line. Now, some people see this as pushing the buck down the line. No, it's not pushing the buck. It's encouraging young people to take decisions and take responsibility. It's delegation. Many managers have difficulty with this, right? But this is how it does. So in other words, if things go wrong, the top bosses won't react. You handle that situation, your baby. And through that little miniature crisis that you go through, you hone in on your own skills to become, right? And this is something every manager makes sure all young AOs will come to SIA, you will grapple all these problems yourself. So that helps your learning curve quickly. That comes from that principle. We create an environment which responsibility can be exercised effectively at all levels. Now, this is different. One is delegation, one is exercising responsibility. That means taking ownership, taking accountability, not passing the buck. Ladies and gentlemen, many leaders, when things go wrong, I don't know, look around. Does that sound familiar? Those who have done national service public series, you know. Things go wrong, nobody wants to know. I don't know. Very dangerous. Here, you stick your neck up and say, I'm sorry, I took the responsibility. We create, training and retraining is unwavering object of the group. I mentioned earlier. No question of one department being more important than another department, whether you're front room or back room. The asset has utility and relevance, and not relatively important. In other words, at the end of the day, we don't like to have prima donnas. Somebody in marketing say, I'm the glamour boy, or cabin producer say, look, we produce this pretty Singapore girls and the Sarung Kabayas we attract in the market, not the Singapore boys. So this is in everybody is treated equally. It is easier said than done because from time to time, individuals will say, look, we are more important than the others. But the culture, the indoctrination process pushes along these lines that no one is that important. Everybody is equal for the contribution to the country. Next. So what are some of the other guiding principles? Think and plan long term. Invest relentlessly in people and in modern equipment. This is SI's hallmark. Every aeroplane fleet that you reconfigure, we think long term. Do we get it right all the time? No. We make mistakes. We bought the MD-11. MD-11 was another name for the DC-10 McDonnell Douglas, for those of you remember. Now it doesn't exist. We bought the plane, MD-11, for our new technology. But after flying it for a good 5-6 months, it was not delivering the promised operating cost savings and operating performance. So we knew that we were taken for a ride. This is generally not known in the market openly. So we straight away realized, thinking long term, that we have made a mistake. We have scattered the aeroplane. And we were very happy to sell the aircraft to Bangladesh. And Bangladesh was very happy because they kept the aeroplanes for 15 years. So win-win. So moral story, make a mistake, you think long term, get out quickly. Right? Somebody else prepared to pay a price, and they kept it a long time because they didn't have much money to change the fleet all the time. So they were able to keep long. SI fleet management policy, we keep our aeroplane 8 to 10 years, not more than that, by and large.